Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on Capnclydes MTG. We got a real quick one today. The Pro Tour is going on this weekend, and for Modern Horizons 3, and we are getting tons of information coming out of there. Everything from Foundations, which we'll talk about later, Bloomburrow leaks we're going to talk about today, and Duskmorn leaks coming up very shortly, and it all looks good. Well, the Foundations thing's a bit sketchy, but we'll get into that later. So before we get started, don't forget, comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Once we get to 1,000 subscribers, it's giveaway time, and we start hitting those milestones, we're going to keep doing it because I appreciate you guys, and God knows I wouldn't want to listen to me, I guess. Maybe, sort of. I kind of do because I'm sitting here with earmuffs on. Anyhow, point being, it keeps us sponsor free, and, if you don't want to hear about weird gold coins and how to not get your shit stole on the internet and your identity and other dumb shit we get tired of seeing on other channels, sub up. It'd be great. I'd love it. Don't forget links in the description to the eBay store. You can buy some cards. That also helps. So, without further ado, let's get into some sweet Bloomburrow leaks. So we didn't get very many today. Only got about 4 or 5. The first one we got, Might of the Meek. 1 red, instant. Target creature gains trample until the end of turn. It also gets +1/+0 until end of turn if you control a mouse. Interesting. It also has draw card. So this has a lot of things going for it. If you don't control a mouse, that's probably fine. 1 red, gain trample, draw a card. We've seen that before. This one does have the benefit of giving you +1/+0. Now, there are better ones than this. So maybe not the best. Love the art. We'll say that. But all in all, decent card. And probably a pretty good combat trick, to be honest with you, depending how this format's going to shape up for Bloomburrow. Moving on, next we have Early Winter. As you can see, a black and 4 instant. Choose one, exile target creature, or target opponent exiles an enchantment they control. So, again, getting more ways to deal with enchantments in black, which is not normally in their wheelhouse. Get it? Wheel, color, wheel, pie. Anyway, moving on. Probably still won't see a whole lot of play. 5 mana is way too much. And the ability for the opponent to choose the enchantment does not help very much at all. Targeting the creature to kill, though, does help. So this is definitely going to be an all-star for Limited moving forward. Also, we had some other information come out today. Going to Bloomburrow. People have been talking about how the people in Bloomburrow, they all the little monsters or the meese and the men and all that stuff. There's not really any men. They're all vermin. No, they're not vermin. They're all animals, mammals. I don't know. I'm not that educated. Anyway, coming to this plane will actually changes you into the creature. So the otter that we saw that looked very much like Ral Zelek, and people are like, oh, it's just like Ral and blah, blah, blah. Well, that's because it is Ral. That was what Ral turned into when he came to the plane. Something about it's whatever animals in your heart or something like that. I don't know, some weird spirit totem. Anyhow, I do find it hard to believe that Ral's spirit animal's an otter, but I mean, we've seen in the past where there's been some otters they released that are red blue, and that might be why they went that direction. Why they chose that, I don't know. But moving on, would love to see what Liliana's inner mammal will be. Anyhow. So that's a little bit of the story behind this. That's why the people and creatures we know and love will be here, but they may not be here the way that we think they are. They just maybe look a little different, wearing some new clothes, maybe going to the tailor shop, getting all spiff up. Anyway, next card we have is Carrot Cake. That is the ugliest carrot cake. Anyway. White and 1 artifact food. When Carrot Cake enters the battlefield, or when it enters and when you sacrifice it, you get a 1/1 white rabbit creature token, and you scry 1. So 2 colorless, you can sacrifice it, gain 3 life. This is a food, which is really cool. that for 4 mana will let you, a total of 4 mana, will let you scry twice and make 2 1/1s. On surface value, sounds awful. However, for 2 mana, get a 1/1 and scry 1 and sealed or limited, amazing. Maybe good enough for standard. The ability to gain 3 life, make a 1/1 and scry again, whew, very powerful in limited. Again, may not do a whole lot for standard because there are probably better things, but it is a tool that will help you go through your library, through your deck, definitely in limited. And because of that and the ability to pump out 1/1 rabbits, this may see play. Next we have the Pearl of Wisdom. Yes, it's an otter. So, blue and 2, the spell costs 1 less to cast. If you control an otter, draw 2 cards. Now, here's the sweet thing about this. This is your basic common in blue and 2, draw 2 cards. With a new ability of, for 2 mana, you can draw 2 cards if you have an otter. Really cool, forcing you to play otters. However, as we just spoke, Ral Zarek is an otter. And you know what Ral likes to do with cards that let you draw. You know, sorceries and instants in general. He likes to go buck wild with them. And I can see some new commander decks putting in some otter specific cards along with Ral and a lot of other things. Because I'm not going to lie, every time we get a new set, people always make new commanders. And I get that. That's what's cool about it. That's what's fun about it. Everybody likes to do it. However, this version of the Magic set, where everything is a mammal of some kind, and they're all cute, fuzzy rabbits and mouse and otters. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Commander decks for days. So, I think this is going to be a very popular set. Everybody seems to be really gunning for it. And cannot wait to see what else comes out of this set. Next, we have the last card, Salvation Swan. Very interesting style here. Let's talk about the card first. White and 3 for a 3/3 flash flyer. When the swan or another bird you control enters, exile up to 1 target creature you control without flying. Return it to the battlefield under its owner's control with a flying counter on it at the beginning of your end step. So this is very close to Revel Arc without being able to target stuff in the graveyard. But what it really is, if you have lots of birds, is a Felidar Guardian. As you know, Felidar Guardian made it possible to make lots and lots of blinkies. So there will be an ability to abuse this creature, since it's not legendary, to put 2 of these in play, and then do something causing 1 bird to blink when it comes back in, use the other bird to blink, so forth and so on, and yada, yada, yada. Now, it is fixed, so it comes in at the end step, so you can't go off with it in 1 turn. But this is a very powerful card, especially for limited. A 3/3 for 4 flyer with flash is already good. The ability for it to blink things in and out is also amazing. Now, secondly, let's talk about this border. This is a very interesting border to me. This is probably going to be one of these special frame borders and arts from the series. It's not bad, but it's not as good as I would like it to be, if that makes sense. Now, when I get the cards in my hand, especially when I see this in foil, might be a whole different story. But as of right now, not really impressed with this border. And it may just because this is a white card, the only one I've seen. But it does have that kind of... It feels like we're still in Wilds of Eldraine with that story book, Dr. Seuss style art and border, which isn't bad. I really liked Eldraine, but I'm just not fond of this one in particular. Maybe it grows on me, who knows? So, I mean, worse cards have transformed me into a believer for me to like them, so whatever. So with that said, guys, thanks a lot for watching. I appreciate it. Till next time, be kind, and I hope to see you across the game table. Later, player. And tomorrow we talk about Duskmorn.